Good evening, Manchester City are clear at the top of the Premier League. Five, pardon? Oh, sorry. Five alive for Manchester City. They've smacked the Geordies.
1970s dad springs to life again.
Who's the 1970s dad?
5 alive, 4 on the door, 3 on the knee, 2 in the poo.
Do you not like the little quips that I do? No, bit too
It's not a quip,
1980s.
it's just a rhyme.
Are there too many dad jokes? Too many Christmas crackers left over. It was a game that, I'll be honest with you, for the first sort of 10, 15 minutes, a little bit of edginess. I thought, but then I thought as soon as we got the goal, there was always going to be one winner. I'm sorry I'm going to say this, but can we start putting a bit more respect on Raheem Sterling's name? Because I thought, one, he scored an header, which was amazing. And number two is, I read somewhere today, isn't he now the top goal scorer under Pep? Scored the most goals under Pep, or in the Premier League under Pep, more than Aguero did. Not bad for someone who's total garbage and needs to be carted out with the wagons at the end of the season, is it? But yeah, Jack Grealish, some will say, turned up today. Emerick Laporte got in on the action. It was generally a really, really good win. And do you know the really good thing about this is, technically, I know we've gone 3 points clear, but technically we're at 4 points with that goal difference. Because you mentioned something, Rob, a couple of weeks back that you were hoping we were going to smack someone to get our goal difference. If you remember 3 weeks ago, Liverpool were they double figures clearing goal difference, maybe a bit less. And we had to get that turned round.
I know that there's been a lot of pundits in the last few weeks. This is an amazing thing that pundits do, and I'm sure that if you watch British television, you'll know this. When they talk about Manchester City, and then when they want to do it in a negative way, they'll say Manchester, and this is not a real number, I'm just making this up. They'll say Manchester City have scored 63 goals, and then they'll say Liverpool have scored 137. But what they're not telling you is that they're just saying City have scored 63 goals in the Premier League, and that's Liverpool's goals in all competitions. They do that sort of stuff all the time just to fuck with you.
Yeah.
But and then they do the opposite when it comes to the money. So when it comes to the money, they'll say City paid 358 million for Kevin De Bruyne because they'll have added on the price of his house, the price of his first 5 sports cars, the wedding gift he bought for his wife, what his father-in-law threw in the piggy bank when he was a young man, everything. And then when it comes to Liverpool, they're like, yeah, he plays for free. There are wages, but he don't accept him. He just gives them straight to charity. So we just got to get used to that with Sky and BT and all the other waffle merchants. But anyway, I just want to say, Martin, I really don't have much to say about this game today because it's more one for you to dive into. But I would like to say that after what happened on Wednesday night in the Champions League, this is the response that we wanted, right? We got everything we wanted as a response.
There was no better response.
Exactly, right. And secondly, what I would like to say to that is I think a few people have just said it in the chat already. Scotty Moll has said it, yeah. Raheem Sterling in the first half today. Now you can say that Grealish did this and Cancelo was that and Rodri was playing on his Game Boy or whatever. Raheem Sterling in the first half was incredible today, incredible. And I know you want to talk about Raheem Sterling, so I'm going to leave you alone to talk about him.
Yeah, my big thing is, me and you and Rich, we had a big argument. Not an argument, listen, we have debates. Sometimes they get a little heated. And I've said for many, many times, Raheem Sterling wasn't quite the world-class level. I've always said he was going to the world-class level. And I'd like to sort of revise that a little bit because looking at his stats and how important he is. Now, where I think the key was today was back on the right-hand side. The right-hand side for Sterling is key. Absolutely key. I know Pep Guardiola loves the left to come in on the right and the left to come in on the right, the right to come in on the left and etc. He loves the invertedness. And you get what? If we go back to the Southampton game, how long's that now? 3 or 4 years ago. One each, 93rd minute, bang, Sterling cuts in off the left, top bins. And we win 2-1, the place goes crazy. and Benjamin and a certain player who we're not going to mention runs down the touchline with an half-broken leg. That's why Pep does the inverted stuff. But Raz today just looks so much more comfortable on that right-hand side, looks a lot more natural, relaxed. So today, I will give him every due that I thought he was a big difference today for us. Great header. I mean, listen, the Newcastle defending for Sterling's goal was garbage, his first goal, because there was no one within 5 yards of him. But the point is, he scored a header, which he doesn't score many of. Raheem Sterling is not renowned for his world-class heading ability. That's just not in his locker generally. Today it was. The goal at the end, again, it was what it was. Nice finish. And we've got to look at this in terms of you were never going to get a better response than that today. You've got a clean sheet, 5 goals. I know people disagree, mate. I thought Grealish did very well today. I thought he was drawing fouls. I thought he was dangerous. I thought, funnily enough, and we mentioned this off air, I thought Grealish's game was a game of 2 halves, funnily enough. Zinchenko, that boy deserves credit for coming back the way he has through an absolute emotional roller coaster. He's been amazing. Laporte, nice goal, Johnny on the spot. Rodri, I mean, Rob, we've now started scoring from corners. Breaking news, City is now scoring from corners. You never thought you'd see the day that we're now scoring from set pieces. And that goal difference has come good now. So technically, we've gone 3 clear, but with the goal difference, we're kind of 4 points clear now. But what that doesn't mean all of a sudden is that we drop the focus and think, what we can do is now we can afford to sort of dick around with a Wolves or a West Ham away. Because you go in with that mentality, it'll come back and bite you in the ass. We have to go full focus in them all of 3 wins out of 3. That's what we now have to do. And if we draw along the lines, we draw along the lines. Well, just because we've got a cushion doesn't mean we have to use it. It really doesn't. Let's go and let's get the job done. Really get that job done. And for me, I thought the crowd, the atmosphere today, big up the atmosphere today. The atmosphere was great. Really got behind. Newcastle filled out their allocation. They were great. Little bit of banter over the Champions League. We give a little bit of banter on who was richer and who's not richer. And it was just a good atmosphere. Can I mention something on Newcastle, Rob? That Newcastle, for me, came with a game plan. Didn't think they sat back, which surprised me. I thought they'd put, a block of 10 up. They didn't do it. Newcastle remind me of where we were 15 years ago. Pre-takeover, I'm talking about the Thaksin Shinawatra era now. That's where I think Newcastle are at. Newcastle have a long journey ahead, and I wish them all the luck. But they came up against a killer Manchester City today that at all costs were going to get over the line. Was it a tremendous performance? No. Was it a game where you go back and you go, that was world class? No, of course it's not. But it was get the job done. We've scored 5 goals against a team who, let's be honest, has absolutely rejuvenated themselves since Eddie Howe's come in and they've had the money to spend in January. So for me, shows some bollocks, shows a little bit of mentality as well to come back after that Champions League, because the City players could have gone hiding today. Seriously could have gone hiding. It was good that we got Bernardo rested. That was lovely to see. So there's going to be gas in his tank to go for Wednesday night against Wolves. It was just nice. Everything sort of, if you're building a jigsaw, everything went into place nicely today. Obviously, Diaz went off at half-time, that we will get into in a moment. Fernandinho, I was a little bit worried about that at half-time. Thought, he's putting Fernandinho there, not Ake. But there's obviously a reason behind that one.
Hello, can I just say something specifically addressing Newcastle fans now?
Yes.
You're a great bunch of lads. We've always liked you. I like Newcastle as a club. I like Newcastle fans. I'm glad you got rid of Mike Ashley. Glad you've got your new owners. I'm glad that in the future there's going to be a lot of success for you.
I can sense a but.
Coming to the Etihad Stadium and singing "Where Were You When You Were Shit" to Manchester City fans is the dumbest thing that you could sing. Couple of reasons. You haven't beat us in about 20 years in the league at home, be that at Main Road. I think that was the last time you beat us at home in the league, was Main Road. You beat us
under Shearer.
Under Shearer.
Was that when Shearer scored?
I know that you beat us in the League Cup, I believe, in about 2014 or 15. Can't quite remember, at the Etihad. But in the league, you've not beat us for about 20 years. Secondly to that, where were we when we were shit? Well, we were beating you. And secondly, when you got relegated from the Premier League, you all threw your season tickets in the Tyne and your attendances went from 50,000 to about 12,000. Ours didn't. So, like I said, I like you. Got a lot of time for you. A lot of time for your club. A lot of time for your fans, Newcastle. But don't be singing that, because it makes you look stupid.
Did you like the response, though? I was a bit thinking the response, City tearing Geordies apart again. Suppose that was just in protest back. I suppose it's a little bit of giddiness from them, isn't it? I probably took it as banter, the way probably they think it was.
Yeah, no, of course it was banter, and I'm not going to cry over it. I'm not going to cry over it.
No, I know you're not.
But I'm just saying, I mean, like, there are plenty of things that you could have a go at us for. You know, bottling the Champions League, which you did have a go at us for. But where were you when you were shit? Really? Try again.
And where
three out of 10 would try harder.
Yeah. I had a little bit. The only thing that really upset me today, and I know we've talked about this before, and I talked to you about this off air. Dan Burn with Laporte on the corner, who decided to foul him. Was it 5 times? 6 times? I lost count in the end. And I know the rule is in place. If the ball's out of play, it's not a penalty. But he's still trying to gain the advantage from...
Chris Baker wants you to get on with it because the baseball's on.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Chris. Who's playing in the baseball?
Nobody and nobody else.
So I think that's a bit of a farce of the rule, because he's still trying to gain an advantage. So that's, for me, what Dan Burns was trying to do.
Well, I think Newcastle were kind of looking through a foggy mirror today. A foggy Tyne mirror. They were sort of looking at their future a little bit, and they were able to gauge themselves, because they have come on leaps and bounds. Like Newcastle before Christmas were awful, and Newcastle after Christmas, obviously with the injection of cash, have become a lot better. But they're still 10 steps behind us, or 5 goals behind us, whatever you want to say. You know, so they are looking a little bit at their future.
I think they're 15 years behind us.
Well, I mean, Martin, come on now.
No, I do. I generally do think they are where when we were with Tax and Shit and Water.
Still don't know why you call him that, but okay.
I genuinely do believe that's where they are. I think they've still got a long way to go. I hope they stay patient with it. I really do, because I wish them all the success with it. I have no issue with them. But they're going to get that little bit of arrogance. It will come with the money. Listen, we've had fans who've done that. Gundogan today, can I throw one out to you, Rob? Have you ever seen Gundogan suddenly go that quick? Because I thought for the first 15 minutes, I've never seen him as quick.
If I speak, I'm in trouble, because...
Well, do you not think he had his Weetabix this morning, the way he was running around?
I'm just saying, I mean, Ilkay Gundogan's an incredible player, but he's never been a pacey player. But in the first half, Ilkay Gundogan was playing number 6 and the role of 2 number 8s, because Rodri, as usual, was a passenger. Don't care what you say. Watch games of football back if you don't believe me. And Ilkay Gundogan was doing his job for him. Ilkay Gundogan in the first half was brilliant. Brilliant. We won 5-0, so I don't really give much of a shit, and I can't even be bothered going that hard on Rodri. Rodri's a passenger, get over it. What you should talk about, Martin, is... What you should talk about, Martin... Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Seriously, boring. Wow. What you should talk about really is the fact that we've now got no defenders because they're all broken.
Yeah, Pep has confirmed Kyle Walker, Diaz, and Stones are out for the rest of the season. Diaz went off apparently with a muscular problem. So where my worry was, as I said 5 minutes ago about Fernandinho, I'm presuming, as you told me, Rob,
Abdallah wants the medical staff shot, killed, and sold.
why this was always going to happen, Abdallah, because of the where we were with the squad. We were always 2 or 3 injuries away from an injury crisis. This was always coming. I said to you, go back to the watch along. I said we gambled Walker and we gambled Stones. They didn't work. Happens. We move. We took the gamble with Walker. Didn't work. Well, it worked for 65 minutes. And we took the gamble with Stones. It didn't work. And Pep's always in a no-knowing situation because he doesn't play them in the Champions League and he gets, well, you know.
Can I just say, by the way, yes, you're talking about injuries right now, but Manchester boy M15 has just said, Mbete. Now, all right, Mbete didn't come on and needed, who was the other one? Cole Palmer was on the bench. Egan Riley came on. He had like a little 5-minute cameo, but he was excellent.
I think he's the next one up with Palmer and McAtee. I've got a feeling he may be one of the next ones up.
Chris just said there, Stoke season is over. Get Taylor Howard-Bellis back. Simple.
Don't think we can. Don't think legally we can. I think it's...
emergency loans are a thing. I've seen it before.
No, I don't think we can recall and play him. I think that what will happen is it'll now be Aki and Laporte that will finish the season together, and it will be Zinchenko. The back four for the next 3 games will be the back four.
Well, I've got no worries with Zinchenko at all. Abdallah, don't apologise for having an opinion. You wafflehead.
I'll never apologise for opinions. Jesus.
I certainly don't apologise for opinions. Fact.
Is anyone worried with the back four of Zinchenko, Aki, Laporte, and Cancelo? Or is everyone going to say that he's so wayward left-footed, it's unreal?
I think he'll play Fernandinho, if I'm honest.
Against West Ham?
No, against Wolves.
Yeah.
Like Fernandinho and Aki or something. I don't know. It's all waffle. I don't care. Pep picks the team, not me.
Was you pleased to see Bernardo given a rest today after 120 minutes? Wednesday.
Yeah.
Move on. Phil Foden came on, got a nice goal, got finished. I am going to bring up Grealish because I know I've got to give Grealish credit today. Thought what he did very well, and he looked dangerous today. He looked dangerous. What I saw today was there's a possible promise to come forward.
Whether you don't just think it's a reaction to the Champions League? Because he had 2 good moments in the Champions League, but he kind of let us down in every other area. And I think maybe he got shouted at a lot by Pep.
But I suppose, he has talked a lot lately about he's still learning answer. He's still not ready. I'm still in the he's not ready camp for us, but I have to vote on what I see. And today I thought he was very effective. I thought he drew them. Well, was it Grealish who Bruno went through to get that yellow early on? Was that Grealish or was it De Bruyne? Because they went through a couple of
Jack Grealish rolled over like Neymar, though. If I was sat in that part of the City ground, I would have shouted, "Get up, you fucking dickhead."
Oh, no, they were going balmy at Bruno.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, like, Jack Grealish is one of our players and you defend your players, but he did make a meal of it.
Kevin De Bruyne thought was decent. There wasn't anyone. The way I would view it today is, I'd say everyone was probably at a 7 or 8 out of 10. There wasn't anyone who was a 9 or a 10, it was just get the job done, and that's all. I'm happy with that. Our goal difference has flown up, which you even said, and we've all said was going to be key in this title race because a good goal difference is an extra point in essence. We don't see Liverpool have to go mental and think now, hang on a minute, we've still got the FA Cup and we've got the Champions League. Do we go all out now in the league when it's possibly a waste of time?
Well, I still think the league's not over, by the way.
Well, what did Klopp say? Klopp said something yesterday very interesting, apart from slagging off Tottenham in the way they play football, which I thought was a little bit double standard from him. Because no one talks about Liverpool's long ball FC bollocks, which is a fact, by the way. Go and watch Liverpool properly and you'll see what they do sometimes. He made a point saying, he said, I'm not bothered about Newcastle tomorrow. He said, I'm bothered about Aston Villa.
But what did you think of Gabriel Jesus today? Because he sort of went back to that hit or miss.
Yeah, I wanted to avoid it because I don't want to go in. I don't want to sound harsh on the fella. But we're back to today was the inconsistent Gabby again. Pep loved him when he came off. I mean, my God, he was getting the crowd going. He was trying to get the crowd. He wanted to give him a standing ovation coming off. But I thought Gabby went back to the Gabby we saw pre-Watford, pre-Real Madrid. This is my whole point with Gabby, and this is why I think, sadly, he will be sold, even though I think he's a phenomenal player and everything else. The simple fact is, he's fits and starts. And that isn't going to be good enough in this squad, especially next season. We're hearing on the grapevine, literally, the Haaland deal is imminent. Even Jan Agerfjortov's even put a sand timer up now. It is imminent. The Dortmund stuff have even said it's virtually done.
Did you practice saying that name?
Jan Agerfjortov. Said that since 1992 when they were in the Premier League with Swindon and he was doing his aeroplane celebration. I'm showing my age now. When he used to play with Wayne Allison. Found out who that player was at Swindon, by the way. It was Wayne Allison. Not Malcolm Allison, as I thought. He hadn't risen from the dead to play for Swindon. With his cigar. Yeah, so sadly for Gabby, I think it's thank you, thanks for the memories, good luck, and I wish you all the best at your next club, and we'll see what happens.
Hell, you're packing his bags for him.
No, and it's sad, but I feel because the guy deserves first team football and he isn't going to get it at Manchester City next year. He just won't. He'll be back to being a rotated player again. And I don't want that for Gabby. I really don't, because I think Gabby could go somewhere and absolutely shine. I really do.
Jesus shine.
Exactly. Jesus will be the superstar.
Oh, Christ.
Hey! See, we don't practice this before we come on. And it's a Sunday as well. Anyway, yeah, Jesus did not rise on Sunday. Other than that, I thought it was like I said, the atmosphere was
There you
good.
go, Martin. You've packed Gabby's bags and Scotty Moore's dropping them off at the airport. So you two can...
Is that what we're doing? Are we tag teaming, Scotty? You can't complain at 5-0, can you, Rob? It's been a good weekend. We've bounced back.
I can complain.
Go on.
You can, because you're Mr. Happy Clappy. That's your reputation. I can complain.
Is it?
Yeah, it was too hot today. Don't like it.
It was too hot for you. Yeah, it was 5-0 with 3 clear, 3 games to go. We need 7 points out of a possible 9. And we just, enjoy it. Enjoy it. And like I said, do I think it's over? No. Are we favourites? Yes, but it ain't over.
I don't want to really have a reaction or an opinion or a thought until after the Wolves game. After the Wolves game, then we can talk. But
the Wolves game is worrying.
This is all. I put in the thumbnail to this video bread and butter because, not to be arrogant, but beating Newcastle at home, yeah, and that's what we were supposed to do. It's the Wolves away game and the West Ham away game that they're going to give me sleepless nights if I care that much. But let's talk after the Wolves game.
So the Wolves game is the one that's worrying you?
Yeah, it should worry every City fan. It's Wolves. I mean, we either batter Wolves or we'll get beat.
See, I'm more at the West Ham stage. Only because they can still
just to be a contrarian.
But no, well, I think both concern me.
Yeah. Anyway, move on.
Well, listen, we have to do what we have to do. It is gutting about the defensive situation. Kind of knew this was coming. Wolves worries me, like you just said. West Ham worries me. And I'll tell you what, if we can get 6 points out of them two, we probably deserve the league then. And I don't think any biased Liverpool fan could ever deny that.
Just saw my friend Michael Feeney in the chat. The best thing to do with Mark Goldbridge, Michael, is to just not watch him.
Yeah, if you watch him, you're giving him what he wants. Which is ka-ching.
Andrew, do you think that there is anything actually on that Villa game? Because I remember about, what was it, January, February time, Liverpool fans were saying, "Oh, Stevie G's going to do us a big favour. Oh, he's going to, Coutinho's going to get the 92nd minute winner, blah, blah, blah." If it comes down to that Villa game at home, I don't see it. To me, there's like a 10% chance that it comes down to that game, whether we win the league or not.
I wouldn't rule out Liverpool dropping more points yet.
Well, we'll see.
Only for the simple fact is...
let's speak after the game on Wednesday. Yeah.
We'll find out on Tuesday night, because Liverpool go to Villa Park on Tuesday, and then we're at Molineux on Wednesday night, which there will be a watch-along for as well.
That'll make Chris happy.
At the end of the day, we've won 5-0. We've got 3 points. As much as we're going to complain, or we've got a defensive crisis, we've managed to get Bernardo Silva rested. Foden got rested. There you go. It was absolutely sublime. And Raheem Sterling.
If you get a dictionary out, and look at the definition of getting the job done, several words, I know that's not how dictionaries work, but if you get that big book of Premier League sayings out, like you've got to score goals to win games or whatever, the classic adages of the commentary team. City did what they had to do today, nothing more, nothing less. We got 5 goals, we got 3 points, we rested players that we needed to rest. This really was the come down from Real Madrid in many ways. Not necessarily, not even in footballing terms, because Newcastle played well today, City played even better. Nothing was wrong with today, but nothing was exceptional about today. De Bruyne was decent, Sterling was excellent, Grealish managed to put his shirt on the right way around. Cancelo didn't let us down. I don't know what else to say.
Well, you're just not giving Grealish jack shit, are you? You're not giving him a dicky bird. Oh, great me.
Let's talk after the Wolves game on Wednesday, because we could be miserable.
And we shouldn't do, because this could be a great week. Like I said, we're expecting in the next 6 days, Haaland in the door and Wolves hopefully get 3 points. Could be a great week.
I'm not trying to
happy clap it. I'm just, yeah.
I don't give a shit about Haaland, mate. He's not gonna play in the next 3 games, is he? So I don't give a toss. Anyway, that's enough from me. I really did tell you before this started that I've got naff all to say. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your, what is it, Sunday today? Yeah, enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening.
Yes.
Enjoy your baseball, enjoy your Formula 1, enjoy being top of the league. Fact.
It's been a 5-star show. Thank you for joining us.
He has to do it, doesn't he? He has to do it. What if we'd scored 4 goals today, Martin? Would you call it a foursome show? 3 goals,
hey,
a threesome show?
All day long, mate.
2 goals, a twosome show, 1 goal, a wank. What would you call it?
You
6
just
goals,
don't
an orgy.
They call it a masturbation sesh. I don't know.
Whoa, calm down. You're not on the football terrace now,
Whoa, whoa, whoa! We're not opening that door, are we? I'm not saying anything to that. I'm not biting on that maggot. That's all. Jeez, said the wrong thing there.
Oh dear, ladies and gentlemen. Oh dear. Bye.
Bye.